Okay.
Yes.
Hi, and welcome back to
Fair Reviews.
Yep, just had to remember. So today we are reviewing what?
Rise of the Guardians.
We even have it this time. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
I've been anticipating this review. As How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, we're probably going to do a How to Train Your Dragon review eventually. But anyway, so Rise of the Guardians. Great movie. Awesome movie. I guess I'll start.
Wanna hold it?
I'm gonna, yeah, I'll hold it. Because I feel the power. My favorite character in here is definitely the Easter Bunny because I love Hugh Jackman. And that character just rocked. When he turned into well, I can't tell you that because that's a spoiler.
Well,
But basically, there's a part where, okay, I'll just tell him.
Yeah.
There's a part where he does turn into a little bunny. And it's the funniest thing ever, hearing Hugh Jackman's voice come out of the little bunny. It's the funniest thing in the world. But overall, though, I thought the movie was awesome. I'm actually going to give it a 10 out of 10. Same thing with How to Train Your Dragon. It is that good. It is 10 out of 10 worthy. Like, perfect movie. I can't find anything wrong with it. The CGI was perfect. The directing was perfect. Like, the writers did a perfect job.
Oh.
Seeing Santa as... go ahead.
the thing about the director, he's a first-time director.
First-time director, and this guy rocked.
He came straight out of college and did that movie.
Boom. DreamWorks is just doing a really good job lately. They have been doing an excellent job. And me and my roommate were actually discussing this last night that DreamWorks and Warner Brothers actually work together. And DreamWorks is like the Pixar of Warner Brothers. Like Disney has Pixar, that kind of thing. So what?
Did you look that up?
No, but that's basically, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If I'm wrong, comment below. This gives us a reason to argue
There.
now. Anyway.
As far as I know, there wasn't any Warner Bros. Logo for this. I think
Yeah, there's not.
I think it's 20th Century.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, it's for someone.
Still, Cartoon Network is owned by Time Warner Company, and the How to Train Your Dragon cartoon and stuff is all on Cartoon Network. So that's what makes me think that. But anyway, so they're doing a great job, DreamWorks is, and this movie was excellent. Seeing a Russian Santa, Australian Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy was just awesome. She was Easter Bunny. Tooth Fairy was just adorable. And then having Jude Law do the voice of the Boogeyman, brilliant. Just overall brilliant. Sandman didn't have a voice, which was actually really cool.
Yeah.
So just loved the characters, loved the twist, loved the creativity of it, the originality of it. Just all production, all behind the scenes was definitely 10 out of 10. So, and for my personal reason of watching the movie, like my personal opinion is a 10 out of 10. So if my personal opinion and production is both 10 out of 10, obviously you have a perfect movie.
You have 20 out of 20.
Yeah. So that's my short review. I don't have any critiques or anything. I thought it was brilliant and everybody needs to go see it.
Now for my medium-sized review. Alright, so when I first watched the movie, I came out saying 9.9 out of 10. But the reason I can't give it a 10 like he does is because How to Train Your Dragon holds a 10 for me. So I couldn't give this a 10 because I want one movie to hold a 10, and so this was 9.9. But since this is fair reviews, I have to say 9.9 divided by fair reviews equals 9.5. It's a little math for you today. Because we do 5-point scale.
That's true. We do 5-point scale.
And I guess I'll just go on, like we always do, I'll just go off of a few things he said. How all the characters were great and awesome. I agree. And when you first see Jack Frost in the trailers, you're expecting, oh, here comes Justin Bieber
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
And then it's the guy from This Means
I was
War.
wrong.
He's voiced by the guy from This Means War. I can't think of his name. He's not the dude that plays Bane. He's the other guy. Sandman was awesome. Oh, hello. Sandman was awesome. I was telling Ann about this earlier. How you could easily. What was the word I used for? Anyway.
Yeah. The imagery of that to the Bible is evident.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they tried it, but you could easily just see it if you looked for it. I guess I'll go into it. Jack Frost, Santa, the Easter Bunny, and Tooth Fairy, you would consider as angels. And what my little cousin says that Jack would seem to be Michael, since he's the one that fights Pitch the most and seems to be the only one that actually has any power to take on Pitch.
Pretty much.
So Pitch would of course be Satan in that area. The moon would be God, as it seems, since he creates the Guardians. Sandman would be Jesus, since he died, came back, and because when the kids touched the nightmares, they turned into gold sand like Sandman. So Sandman's in all the little kids, and now Jesus in all of us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's one thing that I thought, and so that was how I saw it.
And again, like they didn't mean to do that. It's just that being Christians, we can like find the imagery and things that are not meant to have that. But it's fun to find that kind of stuff and to relate it.
Even though Lord of the Rings hides their symbolicness very well.
Yeah, but it's in there.
It is. Tooth Fairy, voiced by Ella Fisher. Loved it. Sandman, no voice, still awesome character though. Bunny Mund, Easter Bunny. Great. Santa, he is not voiced by any Russian guy at all. He is voiced by Alec Baldwin. And as Doug Walker said it, I wouldn't expect anything good from Alec Baldwin. Or as him or his little brother. It's one of them, I know. The elves. The elves were hilarious.
They were hilarious.
They were the tiny yellow things from Despicable Me in this.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The Yetis and the Bigfoot were all awesome. If you got the movie, or if you just decided to do this at the theaters and you watched the little extra thing they had at the end in the credits.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you should have. This is basically for me and Aunt, because we've been Bigfooting and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Phil's the Yeti. He takes Jamie's book and he finds the Yeti picture of himself apparently and writes Phil and puts a heart.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I can't remember what else you had brought up. What else did you? Oh, how there was nothing wrong with it. It was 10 to 10.
I didn't think there was.
Yeah, you're probably wondering why I gave the movie a 9.5 or a 9.9 and how I left How to Train Your Dragon at a 10. It's not just because of what I said prior, how I want only one movie 10. This movie could have easily knocked down How to Train Your Dragon to a 10. But the reason this one didn't is because it didn't have the darkness that How to Train Your Dragon did. I know Sandman died in it, that's dark, and Pitch is just an evil character, so there's darkness, but it didn't keep it. Like in How to Train Your Dragon, you have two dragons die, and then you have Hiccup lose his foot. That is what you would consider real darkness, and actually How to Train Your Dragon had a lot of props in that, and they even said when they were giving How to Train Your Dragon to Cartoon Network, they even said, quote unquote, "We will keep the darkness of How to Train Your Dragon." So that's why this movie ended up being a 9.9/9.5.
Okay.
So that's also animation. We didn't touch this. Animation, like you can see their freckles and everything. That's great. They did that for How to Train Your Dragon.
Dude, excellent CGI.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
For the Jakunzel fans out there, I want to review Tangled because of them. But also, I said notice this because I love Tangled, and when I watched Tangled, I could see her facial expressions, and I could think, wow, such and such, that I know makes that same expression. And then,
Who does?
I'm just saying, like, I know girls who made that same expression, and Rapunzel's doing that.
Oh.
So great animation from Pixar in that movie, and DreamWorks fails at this just a bit. They don't make their animation doesn't have facial expressions that a normal person would. They make the facial expressions of what an animated person would. So,
yeah,
that's my only problem with DreamWorks animation.
I still love it.
I do too, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They don't do human facial expressions very well. They keep to cartoony.
Cartoony.
Yeah.
But
so that's it. So 10.
10 out of 10.
9.5. So the question is, who's willing to give up?
I'll be willing to go down to a 9.5 for the overall.
Yeah. All right.
9.5 overall for our fair reviews.
Yes.
Yes.
So next
Excellent
episode
movie.
will either be How to Train Your Dragon or Tangled. Did you finish Tangled? Because I know you walked out on it.
I never finished the movie, so I gotta watch that movie.
You had to finish it.
Okay.
Nick is excited, and we'll let Nick watch Rise of the Guardians as well.
See ya.
See ya.